Welcome to Small Remarks, where sometimes people on welfare do bad things, and it's an outrage! So the right has worked itself into its usual hissy fit over the fact that the Tsarnaev family, the Boston bombers, received welfare benefits. It's an outrage! And of course it proves... what exactly? That everyone on welfare is a potential terrorist, a danger to society? That no Muslim should ever receive welfare? That no one who ever immigrates to America should receive welfare? That it proves that the welfare system itself is a failure and must be abandoned? It proves none of these things. As with the general population as a whole, some people on welfare are sinners, some are saints. You might have people who use drugs. You might also have people who help other needy families. Maybe some are potential terrorists. Most are simply poor. And so to say that some sort of welfare reform could have prevented the Tsarnaev brothers from getting welfare, how does that work? How is that achievable? Welfare reform may be necessary, but how is it that we think we're going to reform welfare to the point where it's going to prevent people who are thinking about doing something bad or evil from carrying out those acts? What do we expect welfare reform to achieve? Let me tell you about a bill here in the Pennsylvania legislature that would mandate drug testing for all welfare recipients. You understand why. Of course, those lazy poor people, they're all on drugs! Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett basically said something along these lines earlier in the week when he said that unemployment remains a problem in Pennsylvania in part because people who are out of work can't pass a drug test. See, if you're unemployed, you're probably lazy. If you're taking government benefits, you're probably a druggie, and it's an outrage! So we have this bill now wending its way into the state legislature, but what a lot of people don't know is that Pennsylvania already has a pilot program to drug test people who have a felony drug conviction within the past 5 years. It's going on in 19 counties, and according to the Pennsylvania Department of Welfare, since 2012, 91 people have been tested. A grand total of 2 have tested positive. And so here's my question. What is the cost of this program versus the money it saves Pennsylvania taxpayers by cutting off those who do test positive? In other words, would a program like this save Pennsylvania money? In Florida, the ACLU has shown that the cost of reimbursing those who pass the drug test actually exceeds the amount of money Florida saved by cutting off those who failed. It cost Florida money to drug test these people. At least 7 other states drug test welfare recipients, but there's little evidence, if any, that they are actually saving money as a result of this. And if you're not saving money, what's the point? Well, see, now conservatives will get all bent out of shape about this, saying it's not about the money, it's about the principle. Really? We're going to spend money on principle now? That's a great idea. We've got so much extra money just lying around, don't you think? Welfare reform may be necessary. Welfare fraud should be punished and prosecuted, but conservatives seem to think that unless we can have some sort of perfect system, it's not worth having a system at all. People who do bad things or people who might do bad things, if they can't be weeded out, maybe we need to cut off entire groups of people. I got a better idea. Let's reform welfare where possible, but let's stop pretending that if the system we have isn't perfect, it means that welfare itself is a failure.